Thousands of Americans convicted of simple possession of marijuana were recently pardoned by President Biden. Last Thursday's announcement as a major step towards decriminalizing the drug and addressing practices that disproportionately affect people of color. It also begins the process of potentially loosening federal classification of the drug that currently puts it on the same level as heroin and LSD. But new at 10, President Biden's request to review marijuana's classification may bring unintended consequences to the industry right here in Michigan.
Fox 17's Marisa Oberle spoke with a local attorney to better understand how. She joins us live in the studio with the story tonight. Marisa.
Josh and Jamie, that lawyer I spoke to believes overall the president's actions on cannabis bring about some long overdue reform, but says a closer look at the effects of rescheduling suggests it could undercut the progress made to legalize the use of marijuana across the country.
It makes no sense.
Bob Hendricks, a cannabis law attorney in Grand Rapids, calls it the move that took the marijuana industry by surprise.
I was not expecting it at all.
Right now, federal law lists cannabis as a Schedule I drug, which means there's no accepted medical need for it and a high risk of abuse. But last week, President Biden directed the Secretary of Health and Human Services and the Attorney General to examine how the U.S. classifies marijuana as more states permit it for medical and adult recreational purposes. And while many applauded the order, Hendricks says it may not make the difference people want.
If the goal is to repeal the prohibition of marijuana and to allow the states to regulate marijuana use, both medical and adult use, moving it from Schedule I to Schedule II, 3, 4, or 5 will have no effect whatsoever.
He explains if officials just change cannabis's classification, it does nothing for legalized recreational sales and use, since any controlled substance may only be used for medical or scientific purposes. When it comes to medicinal sales, Hendricks says that would place marijuana under the Food and Drug Administration's jurisdiction and lead to rules and regulations that he does not believe many states' industries could meet.
They're not based on clinical studies. They're not based on scientific evidence. They're based on the fact that the Michigan legislature or the voters in Michigan said, we think there's enough anecdotal evidence of the medical value of marijuana that we're going to allow our citizens to try it, because we don't think there's a lot of risk.
In order to bring about the change some Americans want and address issues the industry faces with banks and interstate commerce, he says the U.S. government needs to declassify marijuana, then allow states to decide on the issue. It's unclear if that will be the end result of this mandate, but Hendricks thinks it's possible, since the president said something never heard before.
For the president to say, it just doesn't make sense the way it is right now, to me, that is an invitation for a serious review of where we are, and it's an invitation for people to begin talking in great detail about, well, if where we are today isn't good, where should we be that would be better for our nation?
And in his announcement, the president did not set a timeline for the review, so it's unclear when we may know more about the recommendations by HHS and the AG's office. Reporting live in the studio, Marisa Oberle, Fox 17 News.